Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubes. Had to restart this whole damn thing due to the fact that the computer is being a complete douche nugget. Now, I know we've had some trouble. I was telling Chloe, my internet's wonky. Turns out my internet is wonky, and it wasn't letting me do anything. Pulled up, it was the Wi-Fi. So basically, the Wi-Fi wasn't doing anything. And because of it, I decided to hardwire it. I just fucking said, hey, I'm hardwiring. Let's see what happens, because I'm tired of it. Tired of trying to finish up my project so I could shut down my computer and use my other computer for the next 3 weeks. Instead, so I'm getting, this guy's basically messing me off. One guy's like, I hand to, oh great, who's emailing me now? All right, 253 Washington State. Hold on a sec. Chloe, take this. Take it. Hello? Hello? Anyways, I got weird phone calls, so I'm not bothering right now. Not bothering at all. I got work to do. So, anyways, because of my video giving me wonkiness, I decided to change. What? Oh, hold on. She's squabbling. What is it now? What big deal? You want to do what now? Well, I sleep in the day, so technically I'm not up. Remember? Silence. Well, I'm here. I'm here. You got air chores to do in the morning. The errands, I mean. Post office tomorrow. Otherwise, you're free all day tomorrow. You would. Tomorrow. Great. Lack of sleep yet again. So apparently the repairman people are coming tomorrow to fix the bathroom sink. Apparently, that's how it works. Now I need to inspect my internet connection. Oh yeah, we're doing all right. I see we have two people. Again, I want to say, my last video, it screwed up. So I just want to say, first of all, thanks, Pee-wee. Because the video was deleted due to the fact I couldn't work my internet or whatever. I want to thank Pee-wee for this wonderful teapot. I was talking about an actual tea set, actually, with actually the cups and saucers. That's what I was interested in more. I was looking for it. The tea kettle is really nice, I said, what do I do with it? I've never had a teapot. My apartment manager and someone else The advocate said this was there as used as a cookie jar. You don't actually fill water up because it'll crack. And goes like, you don't put boiling hot water in it, it'll crack. It's not meant for it. So that's why I emailed Pee Wee with what am I supposed to do with a teapot, because I've never had one. And on top of that, the tea set gives you your little milk creamer thing, and gives you other items. So to me, it was a interesting concept. So and then I got an email from Peacock talking about Peacock TV. So, anyways, that's what happened. Did I miss something? Yeah, I think I missed something. Look up something. Hold on a sec. So, yeah, anyways, let me see. Do we have the page still available? No. Ah, great. Oh, here we go. Let me look this up real quick. So, anyways, I finally got that taken care of. Yep. So, let's get down to business, shall we? I just checked my email, so I'm good there. I'm still doing totals, by the way, but I'd like to get this done and out of the way so I can actually relax, probably take a nap or something. I still haven't figured dinner out. Chloe's like, just cook some Salisbury steak meals. Maybe I'll do that. Depends on my mood. I'm not really in the mood. I want to see what's going on with, it's dip time. It's my morning dip. So I got a new magazine today I got to read. That might be an interesting read. Let's figure out where my tobacco is. Anyways. I can also have pretzels and queso dip too. Is this my dip? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it is. queso cheese dip, So anyways, I'm looking forward to. So anyways, I just thought I'd share that with you all. So shall we get down to business about Pee-wee's? If Pee-wee's watching this, she's probably curious about the $1 million question because or she'll watch it and read this later. So anyways, the $1 million question is damn it. No, don't worry about that. It's already done, so it doesn't matter. The $1 million question is about Khloe and the research. People say, "Oh, Khloe's gonna be researched." Well, yes and no. Apparently, they turned around and told Khloe outright that she has to research because it's law. But when Khloe said, "I've asked her to leave," and the manager asked me about it, I said, "You're damn straight. I asked her to leave." I said, "You want to see all the shit she's done?" And she's like, "Oh, Khloe's disabled," and I said, "Yeah," and I literally told, I showed Melissa the information on what Khloe's done, and I literally told her who she attacked. However, the problem is Khloe, of course, doesn't have a plan, but you say, "Oh, well, Khloe doesn't have a plan. We're safe." Well, somewhat. You see, Cactus Blossom turned around and reported it to two people, right? Now, one's a state agent. Khloe hates with passion. Hates with a passion, right? But the hell? How the hell did this end up with losing that? Oh well. Anyways, let me just tell you what happened, okay? So before I go into the whole thing, Khloe turns around and makes threats against her roommate, her ex roommate. She always blows threats at me, but with me, I've been stacking up the info in a journal. So if anything happens to me, it would be filed with the right people. So I'm protected. Fortunately, or unfortunately, Khloe, not thinking, decided, and you're like, "Oh, well, that's great, whatever." Khloe decided to go after the state agency. Now, looking over the information, right? Now you can sit there and say, "Oh, well, it's that's cool, that's great, whatever." The information is this. The information is this, that she went ahead and attacked a state employee, APS employee, through another part. Now, there's two options, okay? State agency can turn around and look into it. That's only because APS is getting a report from Tara that the APS lady might be in danger due to the fact what Khloe said. But Khloe's wording was, using her last name, she changed it to 10, as in like 10 cup, and as a pig, right? So even so, Khloe turns around, right, and threatens the APS lady, but using it as a word where the APS lady knows it's probably her, but can't do a damn thing because Khloe changed the last name to throw everyone off. Then there's my other advocate, that Tara message, right? Instead of going by advocate sister Courtney's last name, Khloe's nickname is Courtney the Fat Cow. Courtney got a copy of it. Thing is, unless Khloe literally does something stupid and literally goes after them. All she's saying is, I'm going to make them homeless and I'm going to make them regret they're born, quote, something like that. Homeless and jobless and get them fired. But the way she skirted around the question was she's using code names for them so she doesn't get in trouble. So even if the APS lady realizes it's her with a changing of from her name, which is, Tim's her first part, Chloe reprogrammed the last part to pig, giving her leeway to intimidate and harass the APS lady through another party, once the other party reported it. Second, the advocate Courtney, who Chloe called Courtney the fat cow, also can't do anything because they didn't use the last name. Chloe, of course, decided this was a course of action to get even with her ex-roommate. Now, the thing is the emails came in. The only thing could be done is proof that Chloe is violent, vulgar, racist. Oh, it reminds me, it's cute. Comes that little Russian girl. I'd like to make her mine. All right, so anyway, so because of it, let me just see what my Cactus Blossom had to say. Hold on. All right. Let me look. Just gonna check something. All right, let me look. Okay. My email address is this, but at least I gotta go to spam folder. So if anyone who gets this in chat sees my email address, then I'll take care of it. So don't worry, I have a good email spam thing. Okay, so anyways, so basically, like I said, it's dip time. I should put on my robe. So, Cora, I gotta figure dinner out, but I also need to take a snap. So I want to get these spreadsheets totaled today. I might do some more tomorrow. You guys get an early. I get an early night. I might put on Victoria early today too. So, anyways, Mark, enjoy yourself. Anyways, I want to say, to all of you, including Pee Wee, you guys are probably wondering about the $1 million question, so let's get this over with now. So Chloe was forced to sign the lease due to the fact that I told the manager outright, manager says, you do this now, you're homeless. So I said, you're putting me in a rock and a hard place. So she says, well, Chloe doesn't seem to be a problem. So I said, you want to make a bet? And Melissa backed me and says, you don't know the half of it. Well, in the end, she's just like, oh. I said, I'll talk to you later. Well, anyways, I said, how fast can you speed it up and get her a place? Because they're not putting Chloe on a wait list to move. Literally, Chloe said her intention. She's leaving. In the meantime, I'm not putting up with this crap. So, anyways, I had to message Cactus Blossom. She needed an email address for some reason. So I was like, okay, cool. Of course, like I said, this is just a courtesy email. I'm hoping for a reply back from, Tara said, oh, I'm hoping for a reply back. And I was like, good on you, So they turned around and I said, well, how long can you, and she's like, oh, well, but when they first came in, it was, Chloe's like, oh, there's a package here. And I said, oh, it's from Pee Wee. And Chloe says, well, we have the repair thing to do, the lease thing to do. And I said, you do it. I'm going to open this. So I went to open it. And lo and behold, it turns out that the package was a teapot. We already spilled the beans because she emailed me, but I was opening it faster before replying to Pee Wee's email. So it turns out, thank you, Pee Wee. But no, I got a teapot. So I emailed her, what am I supposed to do with a teapot? Because Chloe and everyone's saying you don't put hot water in and crack it. So it's like, if you're going to be cracking a teapot, then, they're like, oh, you're going to damage it if you put a boil hot water tea kettle on it, still fill it up with water. And I wanted to scream, like, this is my teapot. Get your own damn teapot. As long as I fill water up, I can have tea. Of course, I went shopping the other day looking for tea, tea bags online. I was like, oh, look, tea bags. Mm-hmm. So Chloe vacuumed, and the stains came out pretty good with the vacuum cleaner. The cleaning our elbow grease came out pretty good. Now Chloe's like, hurry up with your spreadsheets. Well, this is your time to rest for a few minutes, is what I told her, because I got to get the first section done. And I'm only doing one section today because, as you all know, I'm too damn tired to do section 2. And I'm doing it in little bits. I got to go back to season 1, episode 7 or episode 8 of Victoria. That's what I'm watching right now. When I get done, I'll go back to elementary People say to me, oh, well, elementary's great. Yeah, well. So, anyways, the update was I basically told the manager, just get her out as fast as possible. Now the advocate looked at me today privately, and I told her, look, I said, if someone replies to Chloe's threats, and I said, if Cactus Blossom does get a reply that they're investigating it, that could be back. And she says, oh, they won't. And I said, really? Well, the advocate was like, do you know the law? Yeah, I do, actually. I just looked it up. And the law is what counts, but the way they post the law is different. You see, how the law is written, how the law is executed is two different stories. So let me just tell you that story, okay? You guys turn around, right? And, true story. You guys turn around, right? And you say, oh, well, Chloe violated my internet rights and violated this and violated that. Truth is, Chloe didn't violate anything, right? Chloe made a threat, right? Hold on. Literally, let me put it this way, okay? She turns around. She messaged the APS lady, right? So the APS turns around, right, and looks at it. The APS lady can't make out if it's her or not because the last name was changed. So APS lady feels threatened. She'll send out the sheriff. Okay, plain and simple. Now you can sit there and say, "Oh well, what about the other advocate? The other advocate, we don't know if it is a public employee or not, or a state employee. No one knows. Not saying it falls on the privy of no one knows, And you can sit there and say, "Well, I thought it was." The thing is, we don't know. Could the thing is, this was for public servants. Oh, she's an actual public servant. Then yeah, she can do something herself, but just depends on her to attack, Now if she just knows it as her name, Fat Cow, and attacking, attacking, then she can put two and two together because think of it this way: there's only, which reminds me, I should actually say something about that to Cactus Blossom, my moderator. Hold on a sec. All right, so I just emailed. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out actually, because I was telling Cactus Blossom, Cactus Blossom, you know, but more likely nothing will happen. That's the thing. Chloe dug her own grave, but still, there's no way to bail Chloe out. She sent those emails. IP would come back to her computer. And me, I literally emailed. I emailed um, Cactus Blossom, basically asking her what the hell's going on because Chloe apparently emailed Belle and basically called Belle names, and I turned around and said, "Look, Chloe, you can't be this racist." She was just, and then she went after Cactus Blossom, and I said, "Chloe, you can't do this." After I told her to quit, to grow up, when she was in that one YouTube video for 20 minutes, basically hitting herself and everything, I said, "Chloe, you can't do this." Well, apparently Chloe can't. And Chloe thinks she can get away with it. Well, currently, let me share with you something that might be of an interest to all of you, all right? So I was doing some state research under the law, okay? Now, if they put two and two together and they were literally attacking my advocate, for example, and she is a public servant, then it goes like this. Let me read you it. All right, so the law goes like this. By RCW, I'll give you the quote. Employee of government, including a legislator, judge, judicial officer, juror, and any person participating in advisor, consultant, or otherwise in performing a government function. Well, she's an APS agent, so government function. Threat means communicate directly and indirectly the intent to cause bodily injury in the future to the person threatened or any other person, or to cause physical damage to property of the person other than the actor, or to subjugate the person threatened or any person to physical confinement or restraint, or to accuse any person of crime or cause criminal charges to be insulted, instituted against any person, or to expose a secret or publicize an assertive fact, whether true or false, tending to subject any person to hatred, contempt, or ridicule, or F, to reveal any information ought to be concealed by the person threatened, or to testify or provide information or withhold testimony or information with respect to another's legal claim or defense, or to take wrongful action as an official against anyone or anything, or wrongfully withhold official action or cause such action to be withheld, or to bring about a continued strike, boycott, or to do any other act which is intended to harm substantially the person threatened or another with respect to his or her health, safety, business, financial condition, or personal relationships. Is basically 4, which is an intimidating a public servant is a Class B felony. There you go. So if you look at the law, you got to look at it from that point of view. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I just emailed a message. Now we just wait and see what happens, Now, Pee Wee said that from her email side that Chloe was being antagonized. Well, Chloe actually was the antagonizer. So, Pee Wee, if you're watching this later, Chloe was antagonizing him, emailing him. They weren't emailing Chloe, they were leaving Chloe alone. But Chloe thinks, all right, Chloe thinks that that they're all out to get her. Everyone's out to get her. And, she thinks Cactus Blossom's out to get her. And Belle's out to get her. And Advocate Courtney, Melissa, and Ashley's out to get her. And yeah. And before we get technical, Chloe thinks that everyone's out to get her. And so that's the thing. Chloe's out to get her, So she goes and does this. Now, I've left a lot of information in my journal to Dinky, but I only did that for Dinky's records because, as Dinky said, you can't just report it because no one's going to listen to me. So what happened? I didn't report it. And then when the emails came in to Cactus Blossom, or Chloe was making threats to a public servant or two public servants, possibly two public servants, that's when Cactus Blossom thought, and reported it due to the fact that she thought it would be beneficial to report it and let them decide what to do because she, quote unquote, figures, unless there's another email basically with more threats, she can't do anything from her end. So she figures, let these people do it. But the truth is, can they do something? I don't think so. Not unless they are literally, what the hell? Why the hell did that freeze? Whoops. There we go. So Chloe turned around and did that. And then the manager today tells me to keep it civil. Really, you can't keep it civil when Chloe basically says what she does, That's where it literally sucks. So. But anyways, we're working on it, It's all in the Advocates ball court. So that's something that I wanted to share with you all. So that said, that's done. So, but as Pee Wee said last night, she's made the decision no meds, so she wants to be bitter and hateful. So, anyways, it just depends, on how the state and the law looks at it. Which, as I told Cactus Blossom, I don't think they're going to do jack shit. As usual. That's why me and Dinky's got a plan just to leave it alone. That's why I took the stance to be quiet on it, Let someone else handle it. Something happens, something's happened. Otherwise, I'm like the Queen of England. Stay silent. Nothing's going to happen anyways. Oh, what does she say? Mm. I mean, literally, it's 3:56, right? The APS lady's just gonna do nothing. She's just gonna look at the email, not even reply. And the advocate, she knows her nickname is Fat Cow because I've told her a couple times, but there's nothing she can do about it. So, oh yeah, I should make another comment real quick too to Cactus Blossom on one other issue. Doing alphabetical, so I'm in L's right now, totals. Uh, Hold on, let me just see something. You see, like I said, I just told her, that the law basically has, if they were investigating, okay, legally, she would get out of it due to the fact that they would ask her outright, do you have a plan to carry this out? Chloe says, no, I was angry. They would just close it. And nothing would be done, as usual, you see. Not Chloe would be, if Chloe was listening to me or what, she'd be screaming, yelling, oh, well, you want me to go to prison? No, I don't. The thing is, my hands are tied. That's the thing, my hands are tied. If Chloe didn't um, make these threats, we wouldn't be in this situation. Even Dinky said, just let it go. You know, that's the way it is. And so, that's all she wrote. Now, we wait. I mean, I'll see if she replied to me again. You know, um, but I'm working on these spreadsheets. So, it's now Chloe's all panicked and worried she's gonna be, in prison. And to me, I'm just like, whatever. So there you have it, you know. It is what it is, you know. But anywho, I'm enjoying getting this done because I'm just like zipping along. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yep. So there's nothing that can be done, peeps, because I just told her my opinion. You know, my opinion does stand some way because you know I've dealt with this for over 5 years. You know, 5 years. You know. Now we're on M's. Smooth sailing, I tell you. So now we're on ends. But anyways, I thought I'd share that with you all. It was just amazing what's going on in the world, you know. But at least I'll get a nice dinner early and might take a nap. O's. Mm-hmm. I just can't believe it, you know. I literally cannot believe it. Peas. So she was talking about Cactus Blossom, talking about something she recreated cooking wise, and I was like, "Good for you." You know, I'm not really into salmon. Don't like fish actually, except for fish and chips. I'm really a fish and chip gal. My husband and I was talking about the best fries were in Seattle. I remember that. 2 hot dogs, fries, yum. Good meal actually. So it is what it is. I'll go watch some TV after I do this set of spreadsheets, and then tomorrow I'll do some more, which means you guys get me. Hopefully tomorrow. Tomorrow, you know, I'm up a bit. I got like almost 4 hours sleep due to the fact that I had to be up at this appointment. But even almost to ours. Not doing too bad. Just zipping along, I said. still, I'd like to get done so I can watch Victoria because you guys aren't commenting. There's one person watching. It's not me, by the way. All right, we're on ours now. This will be, it's getting to the R's to Z. Not the S's. And then down the list, like I said, this is getting faster and faster now. I'll check my messages in a second, see if she said anything. I said I don't like fish, so fish and chips, yes. Regular fish, no. Baked fish, no. Fried fish, no. I just can't stand it. All right. So she's like, the dill sauce thing is good with chicken. I was like, yeah, but chicken's too damn high, too, price wise. Anyways, like I said, we just sit back and we wait. We wait and see. S's are done. Mm-hmm. So I basically turned around and, like I said, uh, everything's good, you know. Okay. So off the teas, drinking my coffee too before the bugs get to it. How to do you. Starting V's. This is great. The other day I had my coffee cup by the coffee pot, right? Turns out I had literally 8 bugs in it. And I was like, how the, you know. All right, so we're going to V's. 8 bugs. Well, at least I didn't smell that I had a bath. That's one thing the lady turned around told me I smelled pretty clean. I had put on a fresh pair of sweats so I didn't smell, you know, and anyways, always got cleaning to do, so I gotta speed this up. But I'll be on tomorrow, you know, like I said, once I finish up my 9 spreadsheets left total for today. 9? I was like, 9? That's what's left out of 56. I'm getting a little tired of doing this. Then the next stage gets done, and then Saturday's stage is fun because I just write down paper. I got a notebook I could use. Actually, I might use that miniature pad they gave me that's free. So I'll use that if I can find it. I keep my college ruled stuff for my journal. You know, college ruled is something I use for my journal for Dinky. And I haven't wrote my journal because Dinky knows when I do YouTube, it's, you know, five left. No more W's. See, I'm getting it done, and there's no comments, so, all is well. At least Mark said, "Oh, where's Chloe? Chloe's in her room, hiding in her room, actually afraid to come out due to the fact that, she sent some nasty emails and threats to Cactus Blossom, Belle, Lori, and Courtney. And at least I talked to Melissa about it privately. Melissa understood. I was like, yeah, Chloe's basically made some threats against her ex roommate. She's like, oh, Chloe won't go to jail. I said, and she made it good. And she says, that's how the law determines it. And I was like, maybe, but still, it's all up to the state and the APS office and the sheriff and the state police. That's the thing. You got to have a plan to carry it out. That's why they don't do it. It's like sheriff once told me I was drunk one night, and sheriff turned around and she says, "Do you have a plan, Chloe?" Chloe said, "Nope. I was angry." And it's okay. That was it. They let her go. It's like the night Chloe held a knife to her throat. 2018. And Chloe turned around and told them that she wasn't going to go to the hospital Moses Lake to wear a gown. So, you know what happened. Sheriff just looked the other way. That was it. One left, everyone. One left. But yeah, and then, make threats against former commander chief. Same thing. She didn't have a plan, so she couldn't carry it out. So in the end, me and Dinky learned that you can't touch the freaking person. You're tranny, you make this crap and you have mental illness. They're just gonna chalk it up to mental illness. Look the other direction until Chloe does something. Just like I was watching a news article about how they want to pass stricter gun control. It ain't gonna pass. But anyways, they're saying, oh, one guy said, why should we pass this? What we need is stricter mental health to avoid this. Keep guns out of the hands of mentally ill people. There you go. Spreadsheet's done. Anywho, so tomorrow I'll do the second set of 56, get it done, and then I'm out. Hold on, let me see what's going on. So, there you have it. So, I will be back tomorrow, everyone. You got your updates. only lasted 1 hour 10 minutes with the K's on, so it's probably less than an hour tomorrow. I want to thank Pee Wee for the teapot. Anyways, let me go watch Victoria season 1 again, season 8, episode 8, and go from there. So, with that said, please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestions. The like, subscribe button. It's also funny for your family, including your dogs, cats, your bunnies, service dogs. Thanks for watching. God bless you and everything you do.